Hello everybody, I'm just going to adjust this screen a little bit. There we go, that's much better. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening everyone. It's Tania here on a beautiful, beautiful bank holiday Monday here in the UK. The weather, as you've come to expect from me on these happy bouncy posts, is glorious. It's beautifully sunny. In fact, it's kind of hurting my eyes a little bit. See that? See that? Whoa, check it out. So I've had a wonderful day, a really lovely day. Just going to adjust this a bit more. Hi, Sarah. Hey, how you doing? It's a gorgeous day. I have just had a lovely day with one of my old friends. Her name is Trish. And I hadn't seen her for 20 years, I think we figured out. So she came over today with her kids and we've had a brilliant time doing some arts and crafts projects, making a bit of slime, making a bit of a mess in the kitchen, cooking up a few bits and pieces whilst Loki's been running around being his usual cheeky self. So the topic today, learn to fly. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it before. It's the story, I think it's called The Butterfly's Lesson, something like that. And if you haven't, I'll post it later on, so you can have a little read of that. But to cut it short, it's about a man who's walking along and he sees a cocoon. You know, obviously, caterpillar going through metamorphosis into beautiful butterfly. So he sees a cocoon. And he looks closer and he sees that there's actually a butterfly struggling, forcing its way out of the tiny hole that it's made in the cocoon. And whilst it's struggling, kind of clawing away at the hole, trying to force its body through and emerge this beautiful, victorious butterfly, it stops. And it looks like it's not going to make any more progress. So the man starts wondering and he thinks to himself, has it stopped? Has it finished? Has this poor little butterfly expended all its energy? Has it done all it can do? And he watches for a little bit and there's no more movement, there's no more progress. It seems to plateau. So he thinks, you know what, I'm going to take a pair of scissors and I'm going to cut a bigger hole. Yeah, I know, Sarah, I love this story too. So he cuts this bigger hole. And this butterfly emerges, but it's not the beautiful, victorious creature that he thinks he should be seeing. It's this butterfly with a withered little body and shriveled wings. So the man keeps on watching anyway. He keeps watching and he's looking to see, are they going to grow? Are they going to open up? Are they actually going to enlarge? And is this butterfly going to be this majestic creature he's expecting to see? And the answer is no. This poor butterfly is destined to spend its life crawling without ever learning to fly because the struggle, the force that this butterfly has to go through to get out of the hole. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, and as a zoologist, I really should have done my research, but I don't want it to ruin my interpretation of the story, so I'm going to say it's nature's way. This struggle of forcing its way out of that hole is nature's way of getting the fluid to be forced from the butterfly's body into its wings. The up and short of it is that age-old lesson, you need to go through a bit of struggle to toughen you up. Now this is particularly poignant for me. A lot of you know the background, probably from watching all my other videos, of me growing up, and I was completely wrapped in cotton wool, which has left me with a lot of problems as an adult because I've had to learn lessons that, you know, a lot of people learn when they're children, when they're teenagers. They make mistakes, and through making those mistakes, they actually learn the right way to go about things. They struggle, but they get there stronger in the end. Now, I had all my decisions made for me because I guess my parents couldn't bear the thought of me failing at something. Which has also left me with a humongous fear of failure and perfectionism and OCD, but that's another story. But I think it's very important that you need to have those lessons in life. You need to learn how to fail. You need to make the mistakes so that you can actually emerge victorious. Someone coming along and making your entire path smooth sailing is fine, so long as they will always be there to do that for you. And the reality is they won't. There are going to be times when you're on your own, and you need to have developed a set of tools to help you through that. Now me, I always trusted other people over myself. I always thought that they knew best, which meant that I ignored my gut quite a lot of the time, which has led to all kinds of bleep ups in my life because of that. And I've relied too much on what other people think, that external validation, rather than listening to what's actually, I'm pointing further down, but I know you can't see it. And instead of what's in here, you should really be listening to that. So much has changed for me since starting on my nutritional program. It sounds so silly, and I can't believe I'm actually going to be saying this, but it has completely changed my life, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and it's brought me a lot more in touch with myself and more aware of what I think and what I need. I was having this discussion with someone actually the other day. They said, at the moment when it comes to science and what's good for us and what's not good for us, it's information overload, right? One day something's bad for us, the next day it's the best thing ever, and then a few days later, oh, that's bad for us again. Well, I trust science, I'm a scientist, but science is constantly evolving. And how are we supposed to keep up with that? And the simple thing for me goes back to trust how I feel within myself, which our bodies tell us a lot of the time, but we're too busy to notice. And this is my wake-up call to actually take stock, become more aware of how I'm actually feeling inside, listen to what my body's instinctively, intuitively trying to tell me. So one of the biggest things that I've learned as a health and wellness consultant is I don't want to be the kind of coach that is going to do everything for you. Some people have said to me, I want you to make my life better. I'm going to help. Of course I'm going to help, but I can't do it for you. And it's so tempting to do the work for someone else when they're struggling. How many of you have watched someone struggling with something, and just gone, oh, give it here, I'll do it for you, because it'll take less time? True, it will. But are they going to learn? Are you actually helping them? And the answer is no. You're not helping them. What will help them is actually giving them the space, giving them the support, giving them the guidance to actually do it for themselves. That way, you're not disempowering them from realizing their full potential, because really, none of us are better than any others. It just depends on the level of effort. And everyone needs a bit of support and guidance sometime. I should know. I've needed a lot throughout my life, and I'm very grateful to those people. Hey, Richie, yo! I needed support and guidance so often in my life, and one thing I would like to pass onwards and pay it forwards. If any of you, and I'm not going to offer that I could teach you. I don't want to teach people anymore. But what I do want to do is be a facilitator. So if it comes to nutritional well-being, if it comes to your health, if it comes to your physical health, if you want to lose some weight, if you want to gain some lean muscle, if you want to reduce your stress levels, if you want to detox both body and mind, if you want to sleep better, if you want to increase your energy, then look no further. And if you're ready for someone who's not going to do it all for you, but who is going to be there with you every step of the way as a facilitator with oodles and oodles of support and guidance, then I'm your girl, and get in touch with me. But I just want to sign out by saying we all have to learn to fly. We have to make that leap. And I think there's another little picture that I saw, and it's a little girl saying, oh, but what if I leap and what if I fall? And the converse way of thinking is, yes, but what if I fly? And it's only once you actually take that leap of faith, try something new, try something that's good for you, that you realise that you grow your wings on the way. You don't have to have it all figured out. I certainly don't, but it's important to take the first step. Lots of love. Hope you have an awesome, awesome bank holiday, everyone. Bye.